Welcome to this episode of the Sports Detective Podcast Show. My name is James Williams, and today we discuss Stephen A. Smith got trolled by the New Orleans Pelicans for calling Zion Williamson fat once again. So this happened last Friday, right before the weekend. Stephen A. was on Get Up, and he had this to say about Zion Williamson, and I believe the conversation was pertaining to like who actually had like the most pressure uh, on them entering the second half of the NBA season post All-Star break. So we'll go ahead, watch this clip here, and then I'll show you kind of the response and everything that fell out after this.
Zion Williamson, it's not about his game. It's about how many burgers he's eating and whether or not he's going to be in shape, or is he going to keep eating McDonald's and have chefs clamoring for him to come to their restaurants. That's what he has to prove, that the chefs don't love him any longer, okay? That he's committed to playing basketball and being in shape. Outside of that, you look at New Orleans and you say to yourself, okay, they can have a chance, but you don't know about it.
Now, to that being said, that is a little bit unfair to Zion because he has been, relatively healthy this year, and kind of the issues for him where was like he was so out of shape that he just kept getting hurt. But he's been in shape this year, at least maybe not in shape to like where we would want him to be, where we think that he could be a top 10 player in the NBA, but he is still playing a lot of games. He's not putting up the numbers that we'd like him to be, but New Orleans is looking like they're going to be a playoff team, and that's at the arrow is right now pointing up for Zion. Why did Stephen A. Smith do this? I think he just thinks it's funny. I think he was joking around. I think he thought it was funny, but I do understand, if you're New Orleans, you would probably not like that. And this is what the New Orleans Pelicans social media account um, uh, did here. We'll go ahead and show you this tweet. They put this on all their platforms. I'm sure if you were scrolling through your reels or anything this past weekend, I'm sure you saw this, so we'll go ahead and play this clip now. So here's the caption: Flock it, Stephen A. Smith highlights.
Now, this man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry.
They're playing the clip of Stephen A. Smith destroying Kwame Brown like 20 years ago or whenever it was.
To tell everybody the truth. The man cannot play the game of basketball. He has small hands. He can't catch the ball. He's got bad feet. He can't really move, even though he's mobile. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Doesn't have a post move that he puts to memory that he can do 2 times in a row. He has no game whatsoever. Plays no defense. Doesn't have the heart, the passion, or anything that comes with it.
All right, so that was the original post there. And then Stephen A. responds with it, quote tweets it, says, I could zero in, but I won't. I happen to be fans of several players plus the coach and definitely that city. You play, I'll be watching. I'm not going anywhere. Good luck. So New Orleans, though, they weren't done with the trolling of Stephen A. Smith. This is what they did. So then they respond and they hold on, it's not loading. They do the pictures. You can see it here. They do the picture of Stephen A. Smith's stat line in college, where he only averaged 1.5 points per game and 1 assist per game. And this is where Stephen A. was like, "Hey, we got some beef now." This is where Stephen A. said, "We got some beef now." This is what he tweeted back at New Orleans Pelicans page here. Les can't score when you can't play due to a devastating knee injury. That's my fact. Now, what's y'all excuse for never winning anything? Can't wait to see y'all in April, May, and June? Question mark. We won't even go there. Good luck. Tell my boys, Coach Green and CJ, I'm always rooting for them. So there you have it, guys. That is basically the whole breakdown there of the Pelicans Stephen A. Smith beef here. Here is where now again, I kind of just said earlier, kind of the Zion Williamson thing with Stephen A. I think he's just doing that stuff because he thinks it's funny. There's really not much of a basis to it, at least right now. Again, we'd love to see Zion in peak physical condition and to the like where he would take it as seriously as someone like LeBron takes it or other players in the NBA take it. And he's not there yet, but we're at least seeing stuff going in the positive direction so far this year. So I do think he is being a little bit unfair of Zion in that video. But with that being said, the Pelicans responding there, doing the troll job there with the video. Thought that was completely fine. You talk shit, they'll talk shit back. But then when they went to the 1.5 points per game thing here, this is where I have and I've said this before when we talk about this stuff, where this seems to be somewhat of an own, and this happened even a few or last week when we did the Caitlin Clark Jay Williams video, where people were even responding to me and being like, "Well, Jay Williams, you weren't the player that Caitlin Clark was here in college, so you don't have a right to comment on him." And I'm like, I understand what you're saying, but we can't. That's not how we can do sports talk. We can't do that stuff where it's like, well, if you aren't on their level, then you don't have the right to criticize or even talk about it. Because that's the case, then like only a fraction of a percent, a small fraction of a percent of people could actually even talk about this stuff and have opinions on it. And I don't think that's what any of us want. So I always hate that thing where it's like, oh, you only scored 1 point in high school, or you scored 1 point in college, or you were, that happens sometimes to like Kendrick Perkins on ESPN, where it's like, hey, he wasn't even that, did he ever average over 10 points in the NBA? I don't think so. So maybe we shouldn't respect his basketball take. It's like, well, I just think that's absolutely stupid, because I don't think your physical ability should be something that should impede your mental like processing of a game and how you view it or how you have an opinion of it. As long as you're being a good actor and you're being fair and you're being honest and you don't have any like bad intentions when it comes to like making your take and, the things that you're talking about, and you don't have like any like ulterior motives when it comes to this stuff, I'm completely fine with it. So just kind of a weird kind of Twitter exchange here, a little bit of a funny Twitter exchange here. All of these team accounts have gotten very, very good at social media. And I guess that's probably because there's a lot of people that are like studying this stuff in school and are just being like really quick with it. And they've been growing up with it their entire life. So they're just very fast with it. That's something I've just never been good at. That's why I have like not much of a following on Twitter, at least. But yeah, man, just kind of wanted to show this, give you guys, bring this to your guys' attention, because I thought it was kind of interesting. So let me know what you think in the comments. You got this far in the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you like content like this, we talk NBA, college basketball, NFL, college football, a little bit of MLB stuff. On this channel here, we've been doing the show for a few years now. Just started putting our videos and stuff on YouTube. So hitting that subscribe button will really help the show grow, really help us out in the algorithm and push out this content to other people. So I'd very much appreciate that if you'd help support the show in any way that you can. So thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you next time.